Stereotypes and misconceptions. The definition of a stereotype is that it's a simplified, generalized image of an ethnic group built on prejudice, emotional evaluation, and with lack of sufficient knowledge. Such images are often false and offensive for the people of the stereotype group. A misconception is a view or opinion that is incorrect because it is based on faulty thinking or understanding. There's hardly a nation on the planet who has never been subject to ethnic stereotyping, but American Indians have always suffered from it, and maybe even more than any other people. At times, stereotyping reaches such an extent that for a person who is not very knowledgeable of American Indian history, their culture, or their traditions, or even their behavior, all their notions merge into one generalized image, which is very often false, of the American Indian. Even today, there are many people who are unaware that American Indians still exist, and there are even more people who have no knowledge or idea about their life before the appearance of the Europeans in America. As Stephen Baggs has remarked, people are taught to stereotype other people. Stereotyping is a learned form of classifying and labeling others based on inaccurate information or assumption rather than on factual knowledge or on the truth. How people stereotype. Cinema has played an important role in the formation or the making of present-day romantic stereotypes. As you can see from this picture, this is a way that cinema, movies, cartoons have romanticized someone of a culture to the image that they want to portray as the person from this group. Even now, there are people who believe that all American Indians look alike. Usually, their appearance is described as having swarthy brown skin, long, straight or braided black hair, and dark brown eyes. But the abundance of mixed marriages in the recent centuries have also made an impact on their appearance, because today some American Indians can hardly be distinguished or differentiated from other Europeans. And there's also cowboys and Indians and the misconceptions with that. Yellowbird in his article states that decolonization requires a telling of the truth and completely calling into question the colonial structure, and because of that, it took him years before he stopped wearing cowboy apparel. It took him that many years to understand that colonialism is a sickness and addiction, and that cowboys and Indians are one of the colonizers' drugs of choice. Colonialism has also taught many indigenous people to be silent, passive, compliant victims who participate in, excuse, and enable or ignore their colonizers' addictive behaviors. And America has carefully made sure that indigenous people continue to fulfill the role of racial and cultural scapegoat in the game of cowboys and Indians.